Hi, I'm Martyn Huish. I'm the head professional here at North Berwick Golf Club. I've been the head professional since 2009, but I have worked here since 1990. My father was a golf professional for 42 years, starting in the mid-60s through till 2009 till his retirement. And I was very fortunate to be able to take over running of the shop and running the pro services from him from that date.
Can you talk about the history of North Berwick and why it's so influential on the golf world in general?
Yeah, I mean, North Berwick's reputed to be the second oldest piece of ground that's had continual play on it. We've got records going back in the church records of the town, somebody being fined for playing golf in 1611. So somewhere in the town that happened. We're not 100% sure that it was here on the West Links, but golf has been formalised on the West Links since 1832 when the golf club was formed. So getting on for, I mean, what's that, 190 years now. So we're heading towards our bicentennial. So golf traditionally started in the town. So we're the golf club, the first hole in the golf course starts in the middle of the town and it finds a path all the way along the coastline out to the far end of the course, turns and comes back. So 1832, the golf club was founded. 1880, the clubhouse that we're sitting in was built. Prior to 1880, all the members that were members of the club, they used marquees or tents to play their main meetings, turned up, played their golf, disappeared. So North Berwick was really a spa town, and when the railway was introduced to the town, brought huge numbers of people. So in the late 1800s, we became a real destination spot, and we've continued to be that destination spot, climbing up the rankings in the golf industry until where we are today.
So there's actually an East Links and a West Links.
Yeah, so it's literally just geographical. We're on the west side of the town, they're on the east side of the town. But we do have a unique thing here at North Berwick. So we call the golf course the North Berwick West Links. And the West Links doesn't signify a specific golf club, because on the east coast of Scotland, there's this unique idea that we have multiple clubs playing on the one golf course. So we have 3 golf clubs. We have the North Berwick Golf Club, which is a mixed gender, male-female. And then we have Tantallon Golf Club, which is a men-only club. And then we have the Bash Rock Golf Club, which is designed as the workers for the town, the artisans of the town that weren't allowed to play with the nobility, if you like, back in the day. So now we're fully integrated, but we do have 2 different golf clubs, 2 different clubhouses rather, and they run separately, but we have equal rights on the West Links.
Now, I think there's a little bit of like competition, I guess, between Berwick and St. Andrews about like what has more history in the game. Can you kind of clear that up a little bit?
No, we won't hold to that. You know, we've definitely got more history than they have. So North Berwick's a great place. I love St. Andrews as well. It's a great university town and a great golf town. But down here, it's fantastic. We have an unbelievable golf course with unbelievable golf holes on it. You know, we have some of the most famous golf holes in the world. It's the most fun golf course to play. A number of years ago now, we were voted #1 fun golf course to play in the world. You know, so that's why people flock to us.
And the architecture itself, you know, you got the Redan, the Biarritz, I think the punch bowl, or
yeah. So we have a number of unique features on the course that have been copied all over the world. We don't attribute the golf course to any one architect, but there has been a number of people have their hands on it, from David Strath to, well, whoever else. We're not 100% sure. So we're a true links course. So golf was only ever played in the winter because the grass grew the shortest by the coast, and it didn't grow in the winter, so you could keep it playable. The grass grew too high in the summer, so you could never play golf in the summers. That's why when you see all the old pictures, all the guys with their coat and tie on, that's because they had to stay warm in the winter time. But going back to some of the holes that are on the golf course, we've got some really unique stuff. So number 13 is called the pit, where the fairway and the green is dissected by an ancient wall, which would be keeping sheep in different people's land. And that wall still exists to this day. And literally the green sits just over that wall. And then, as you've mentioned, the Redan hole, which is the most copied par 3 hole in golf that we believe, is a unique par 3. It's got some fantastic features. The idea of Redan is it's a double fortification. So the name Redan comes back from the medieval times, but in the golf context, it was coming from a fort, a military, what would you call it? A military position within the Crimean War and the Battle of Sebastopol. And it shows 2 bunkers at the front with a valley beyond the bunker, and then a sloping green from right to left with a massive bunker eating in on the left-hand side. Our bunker on our Redan on the left-hand side must be 15, 20 feet deep. You know, so it's a proper obstacle when you get into that. And then you also mentioned the Biarritz green. So Biarritz green is on number 16. So not only have you got the pit on 13, you've got Redan on 15, you've got the Biarritz on 16, which is 2 pods of ground with a valley between them, banked off at all sides. But our unique feature of the Biarritz is it sits at a kind of 45-degree angle to the play. So not only is it a tricky green and a green complex, but also the angle that it sits at almost makes it impossible when the wind is blowing. And then on to 17, we have what you would almost describe as a punch bowl green. And then when you finish up on 17, you stand and you look back at the town, and the welcome of the town awaits you as you come down 18. So a unique golf course, not attributed to any one architect, but just developed over the years.
The 18th hole here looks very similar to the 18th at the old course. Mm-hmm. What came first, and was there like any sort of imitation between the two?
So what came first? Probably, hand on heart, probably St Andrews. But they are very, very similar. Ours is a little bit shorter, it's only 270 odd yards, very drivable, but all of our guests that come and play, all our members love 18 because it brings you back to the clubhouse, gives you a real chance to finish with a birdie. We do have, similar to St Andrews, we have a road running down the right-hand side of that 18th with all the cars parked from our golfers sitting there with their cars in danger without a shadow of a doubt. Number of times cars do get hit, you know, not on purpose but accidentally, but the golf club are very good, they cover all the insurance aspects of that, so when you come and play you don't worry about that.
I know you do have a membership here, but for like a public golfer, maybe they're coming out to Scotland for the first time, they can get onto the course?
Yeah, we have. So the golf course is actually owned by the town. It's not owned by any individual club. The North Berwick Golf Club are the management club, and they have a long-term lease on the course. But part of the town's lease that they give to the golf club allows for significant visitor play. So you can come and enjoy the links in all times of the year, and you'll see a wonderful conditioned golf course.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We'll get you back to your day job now.
Thank you.